Well, hello there. You join me as I'm listening to the Where Angels Fear soundtrack on Spotify. Comes under a playlist, Team Tingle. If you would like to listen to an eclectic array of music that myself, Harry and Danny listen to get ready for an investigation whilst filming Where Angels Fear, it is on there. Now I'm hoping I get through before the Ken and Barbie song that Danny chose comes on. So it is I, Richard the Urban Warlock of Urban Warlock Healing. So I'm going to go for, it's going to be a no hashtag as usual. It's going to be a love reading. Okay, I don't know which way it's going to go. I'm going to go for a bit of a longer one. Okay, I'm going to go for one as if I was doing a full reading. So it's going to be present, just to clarify where you are at the moment, near future, so next 6 months, and then a year down the line. Okay. So just to remind you with tarot, it is designed to say on your current path, this is the most likely outcome. There are a couple of cards in there that are fixed. So when I say that, it means that the universe says this has got to happen. But for the most part, it's not. So if anything does come up and you don't like the sound of it, you can change it. Most people don't, because it means shifting your life onto a bit of a different track prior. Okay. Just to remind you also, tarot is split into two types of cards, the major arcana cards and the minor arcana cards. I like to mention the minors because they run like a standard deck of cards. So we start at ace, go through 10, then we've got the court cards. The numbers help to signify where you're on a cycle. Life runs in various types of cycles all at once, just gives an indication of where we're at, where we need to get to. So let's get started. So let's just give them a good old shuffle. Just whilst I'm doing that, if you would like to book a reading with me, I've either got recorded options, 10-minute tarot at £10 or 30 minutes at £25. They're sent via a YouTube link to your email. If you prefer face-to-face, phone, video chat or voice note, you can go via the verified Instagram account or urbanwarlockhealing.com. Right, I'll get on with it now. Sorry, I have to promote myself. I need to make money. What is a boy to do? Right, okay, let's have a look. Okay. Right, okay, let's get started then. So, first card we got then is the Seven of Pentacles in the upright position. So Pentacles relates to the element of earth. It can mean money and finance, but in this case we're going to go for non-financial wealth. So what you invest your time, efforts and energies in. So the card depicts there's a chap there in his garden and he's just admiring his fruits or his flowers. Now they're not really ready for harvest yet, it's only a 7. But he's just taking a moment just to kind of reflect and look at the hard work he's been putting in. Okay, so bit of a way to go yet, but you're on the right track. Next card we've got is the Four of Swords. So swords relates to the element of air. It's generally speaking about the way we think and the words we use. So it's not as bleak as it looks, this one. You've got the sarcophagus in the church, but this actually talks about periods of rest. So it's normally when our mind, in this case, I mean, it can be our body as well, but when our mind and our body start kind of getting a bit worn down and we start listening to that advice, so, you know, going to bed a couple of hours earlier, taking a nice long hot bath, if you're lucky enough, getting away for the weekend, just taking some time out, because it feels like whatever the situation is, I mean, I'm not sure if this is a singles or a couples one at the moment, you have to take out how it resonates. Yeah, sure, so this is collective reading, so some of it will resonate, some of it won't, so kind of pick the bits that fit. If it doesn't fit at all, then scroll on, don't bother with part 2 or 3. Yeah, so you've been investing, and now it's like, you know, it's not quite there yet, but let's just have a little bit of downtime, let's chill things out a little bit. We then got the Six of Wands in the reverse position. So wands relates to the element of fire. We're generally talking about taking some action. Now the card here, you've got the chap on horseback. He's got a laurel wreath on his head. What's supposed to have happened in the story of the card is there's some great war going off. This village or clan, they've been off to a smaller battle. They've won the battle. They've returned back to the village. They're celebrating. They're raising morale. They're boosting morale. You could say it's a victory card. Now, it's in the reverse position. I feel it's a little bit like, we know things are going the right way, but we don't want to celebrate the victory. It's almost like, again, because it's only 6, it's only ticked over the halfway point. It's almost like a fear of going, things are going well here, because it's, don't want to kind of tempt fate. Don't want to be tempting fate. Okay, let's carry on. Right, okay, so then we've got the Page of Cups. So pages are a more youthful energy. I tend to go more kind of teenage age, if I'm honest with you. They don't have the knowledge of the kings and the queens. They don't have the forward motion of the knights. They're more about giving something a go. Now, this also talks about opportunities. That's represented by the fish poking out of the cup there. I just realised, sorry, I've not really got my cards to one show. I'll just bring those down slightly. It's just about more about giving something a go. I like to show my workings. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, giving something a go. So it's kind of like whatever the situation is, we're going to be a bit more playful with it. We're not going to get so tied down. You know, like I say, they haven't got the responsibilities of the kings and the queens. So we're just trying to free up some of that energy and look at the opportunities in front of us. We then got the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. So, again, cups relates to water, emotions. Aces are about bringing in something new. They're not about starting something new. They're about bringing in a new energy. So thinking about more long-term, what are we looking for? You know, so what's the long-term plan? Now, you'll see that the cup, it's overfilling with water. So it's talking about, you know, overfill on an emotional level. When it's in the reverse, it is going to come in, but it's just a slight delay. This, if I'm honest with you, this is feeling a little bit more singles than it is couples, if I'm honest. But we'll see how it develops. We'll see how it develops. So the overall outcome in the present, let's have a look. Another page, Page of Swords. So again, where we think words we use. So it's another page. This card in the standard Rider-Waite's, the sky's blue. So it talks about blue sky thinking. So it's very much about kind of thinking about things in a new way, a more youthful way again. Not getting so stuck in our heads about like, oh, is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? What about this? What about that? Just giving it a go, freeing up things. Using more playful words as well, I suppose. Not going down heavy commitment routes either. So obstacles or blockages. Let's have a look for that one. Ace of Wands in the reverse position. So again, we're talking about some kind of action, and again, we're talking about bringing in a new energy. I'm just deciding which way to go with this, because it's like on one hand it's saying things are being held off, we're taking some time to rest, but then it's kind of saying don't. I'm going to kind of go down the lines of not putting in as much effort as might be needed, and don't hold off on putting some effort in. Again, it's not about rushing something, but don't be afraid to kind of just kind of give things a go and take a little bit of action to I want to use the phrase poke things along. I know that's a bit of an odd thing to say, but don't be afraid to give the situation a little poke every now and again. Don't sit back too much. I mean, it's all going in the right direction, but we don't want to be in a situation where things are getting a bit stagnant. Removing any blockages. We've got the Devil card in the reverse. Okay, so the Devil card, it normally has a few kind of meanings. It can mean a toxic person. I don't really want to say we're talking about a specific person. If we are talking about a toxic person, it kind of feels a little bit like it's time to break those chains of somebody from the past. Not somebody in the present, somebody from the past. The other thing with this card is, you know, don't be relying too heavily on your vices and crutches. So your classic ones are drinking, smoking, sex, drugs, food, whatever. When it's in the upright position, it's like you're very much in the thick of it. When it's in the reverse position, it's very much like wanting to break away from this. I feel it feels sort of like something from the past. It feels very much like kind of past cycles, past behaviours. It's time to start breaking those chains now. So yeah, in the present, I mean, this feels very much like somebody looking for love, or somebody who's recently started something, potentially. Like I say, this to me feels like you spent quite a lot of time investing in yourself, but you're not quite 100% yet. Just keep pushing forwards in a period of rest, not wanting to kind of celebrate the wins we've had so far for fear of things going wrong. If you've not met anybody yet, there is going to be a new opportunity coming in, a new offer coming in. Just free things up mentally, start breaking those chains. Let's go on to part 2, 6 months' time.